Well, good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, depending on where you are dialed in from. We are so thrilled to have you here on the call today with us and look forward to being able to share a little bit with you about Protiviti, about us, about our organization. And so before we dive in, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Elizabeth Kidney, and I am coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. I am part of our campus recruiting team. I am part of the West region here at Protiviti, and I started with the organization back in 2014. Safira, do you want to say hi and introduce yourself?
Of course. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Safira Zani. I started at Protiviti in 2018 as an intern and then came on as a full-time consultant. I'm currently a process consultant and I graduated from the University of Washington. And I'm joining this meeting from my dining room table here in Seattle, Washington. Happy to meet all.
Well, good. So we are going to dive right in. If you're on this call, you may be wondering, or you may know who we are, but who are we? Well, Protiviti is a global consulting firm that delivers deep expertise, objective insights, a tailored approach, and unparalleled collaboration to help today's leaders confidently face the future. We partner with our clients to offer a variety of solutions, which you can see listed here on the screen. We operate in more than 85 offices in over 25 countries, and we're committed to attracting and developing a diverse workforce of talented professionals. We do all this through the basis of our values. Protiviti's values of inclusion, innovation, and integrity are really the foundation in how we operate. So before we dive into those, I want to share a quick video from some of our leaders sharing their perspectives on what these values mean to them. As you watch this video, I'd encourage you to think about which of these values resonate the most with you.
It all starts with integrity. It's about the expectations we have of ourselves.
When I think about integrity, I think about honesty, fairness, and authenticity.
Integrity means having strong principles and character.
It's striving to do the right thing, always.
Integrity is leading by example in everything we do, no exceptions.
Next, there's inclusion. This is about the way we work together.
When everyone contributes, we create a sense of belonging.
It's always been true at Protiviti that teaming is our foundation. As inclusive leaders, we empower those around us.
When each individual has the ability to thrive, the team also thrives.
Last but not least, there's innovation. This is about the way we work.
Innovation requires courage and creativity.
It is a great idea, executed greatly.
We are bold, we are confident, we are energized by change.
Innovation is the future delivered now.
I am a Protiviti leader.
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 I am proud to say I am a Protiviti leader.
As Protiviti leaders, we demonstrate integrity, inclusion, and innovation every day.
I love that video. It makes me want to stand up at the end and go, I am a Protiviti leader. Safira, which one of our values resonates the most with you as you think about some of the things our leadership team was sharing there?
So some of the values that resonates the most with me that was shared by that team is probably inclusion. So inclusion is something that was important to me in college. And so being able to bring that to Protiviti, whether it is being able to bring that in our internal initiatives, and also being able to see inclusion being practiced in our team members, whether that's our backgrounds, and also our different experiences, our professional experiences. It's something that I see happen a lot at Protiviti, and so I'm grateful that inclusion is something that's very important to the company.
I totally agree. I think inclusion is really important to me as well. I also really love the innovation of it all, watching the way some of our project teams and our employees take new and creative ideas and approaches to the work we do and the everyday problems that we face. I think it's amazing to see how creative these individuals can be. And so I love the innovation of it all as well. And I think what's cool is we really take all three of these values and we carry that into what we do. You can see here on this screen, we help companies solve problems in finance, business operations, technology, transactions, government risk, and compliance. We are a knowledge-based service company, meaning there's really no foolproof way to do what we do. There's no product to perfect over time, no physical item that we take door to door. As a company, we are quite literally our people. And while sometimes the market views us in the same category as the Big Four advisory practices, we tend to see ourselves a little different. We feel we bring a unique, independent perspective of problem solving to our clients. Our vision and our mission, which are shared here on the screen, really help guide our actions and keep a strong focus on the future of the firm. We plan to accomplish our vision and our mission through our strategic drivers, which are also listed here. In addition to these strategic drivers, we strive to attract top diverse talent, like many of you on this call. We encourage high impact people and appreciate exceptional work. I have to brag a little that our success in this area has not gone unnoticed. We've been recognized by a number of companies, including Fortune Magazine, Consulting Magazine, and Glassdoor as a best place to work, which I know for me gives me a lot of pride. And it translates into the work that we do. I mentioned earlier that we partner with our clients to offer a variety of solutions. Those solutions are outlined here on the screen. Experience tells us that no one competency is enough to solve today's complex business problems. That's why we develop the expertise of our people in the solution areas listed on this slide, so that they can team with our clients to tailor an answer to fit the organization's unique needs. You'll also see that Protiviti is a client-centric, relationship-based organization with a client base that spans the globe and represents pretty much every industry. Financial services does tend to make up the largest percentage of our revenues, but we also work extensively in consumer products, retail, healthcare, energy, and manufacturing. I think too, what's really exciting about a career at Protiviti is that when you're here, you really get double the experience. You're working for us, but you're also working for our clients. So we partner with CEOs, their senior executives, chief financial officers, chief information officers, and all of their direct reports to help them in solving critical business problems. Safira, have you had the chance to work in some different industries during your time at Protiviti?
Yeah, so in my 2 years at Protiviti, I've been able to work across several industries and also several solutions. Some of the industries that I've worked with are financial services. Here in Seattle, we have a huge healthcare industry that I've been able to work with, and also technology, media, and communications. So not only have I worked in different industries in just my 2 years here, I've also worked across different solutions, whether that be internal audit or the business performance improvement.
That's pretty cool. I mean, only 2 years and you've seen a few different industries. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, it is really unique. And it's really cool that I've been able to get this really broad view of different industries and solutions, and something to see all of our different solution and industries and the projects that we can offer. I think Protiviti recently started this new program called Foundations, which will help prepare our new consultants, our campus hires, entry-level consultants, to learn more about the different solutions and industries that they can come across. So our consultants and interns have an opportunity to work with some of the world's leading companies. And so collaborating with your team to deliver solutions for these complex business problems that these organizations face is important. And so entry-level consultants are hired into this program called Foundation, where consultants work across different solutions and industries and participate in internal initiatives that help them uncover hidden strengths, different interests, and prepare them for a successful career. Foundations is a key market differentiator that provides consultants a variety of experiences during their years at Protiviti. So to talk more about foundations, it's a defined, customizable set of experiences that's unique to each consultant that comes to Protiviti, and it helps enhance a consultant's ability to solve these complex business problems and add value to their career. We build upon the consultant's previous academic success and also their work experience to make sure that we can match them to do meaningful work with our client here at Protiviti. And so consultants will be equipped to have a broad understanding of their business, the different industries that they'll encounter, also to gain the leadership skills that will jumpstart their career in consulting. And through training, onboarding, and our job training, consultants will learn to get experience in consulting, data, operations, and also leadership skills that nurture their overall development. A quick story about me. I actually joined Protiviti before Foundations was set in place, but what I like to think about Foundations is that it's a formalized process that my office here in Seattle and a lot of different offices in Protiviti already had in place, in which consultants, entry-level, recent hires would speak with their advisors, and we would outline some of the interests, whether they be different solutions or industries that we'd like to gain more experience in, and then matching us to those projects where we can gain experience and exposure into those industries. And so
that's cool. You know, I think, oh, sorry, I cut out there.
Oh no, you're good. Continue, Liz.
I was just gonna say, I think that's cool because I think one of the reasons people tend to look at a career in consulting is the diverse array of experiences, which really is what the Foundations program is aimed towards.
Yeah, getting that diverse experience in industries and solutions can really help you to lead into growth at Protiviti. And to talk more about growth within Protiviti, when it comes to career growth, we want to be transparent. So on the screen, we've created career maps that detail the experiences and goals all the way from the intern to the managing director level. We provide evaluations for all employees that work on a project or client engagement for 80 hours or more, so approximately 2 weeks. And we do this because feedback is very important to our consultants being able to receive feedback and allow our consultants to focus on skills that are required to get promoted to their next level within that career. And as I was saying earlier, I started Protiviti as an intern, where I got an introduction to the business, learning more about the consulting experience. So being able to quickly and holistically understand different solutions and industries, and then being prepared to give solutions to these complex business problems. And as a consultant, you're developing those skill sets. And as you go into senior consultancy and higher, you'll see that you're going to be gaining skills to do supervisory roles and managing different clients and teams. And so that's a growth within Protiviti that is set out here in this screen.
Yeah, I know, you know, obviously campus recruiting, it's a little bit different than our consultants, but I myself have had a few promotions within the organization, and it's really exciting getting to climb that career ladder and experience those different opportunities. You know, and I think one of the biggest ways that we do this, we grow our organization and the work that we do is through our promises. So we have 5 different promises that we live by both for our clients and our people. And through these, we call that living Protiviti. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about the people promises here on the next few slides. So kicking us off, our first people promise is exceptional development opportunities. We do this, we develop our employees in a number of different ways, including meaningful career experiences, which really is the opportunity to work as a core team and begin understanding our business processes, building technical skills, conducting interviews, compiling and analyzing data, basically meaningful work, not just sitting there, really being part of the team. We also have a network of advisors. It's a structured program where each individual in the organization has a peer advisor, which is someone kind of close to your level, a career advisor, which is at mid-management, and then an executive advisor, which is a top tier manager. So at each level within the firm, you're getting insight into how the organization operates. And then innovative learning. We only prosper if our people prosper. And what's crazy is Protiviti employees will spend approximately 100 hours each year in training. I mean, 100 hours, that's pretty crazy. We do that through a number of different ways, but one of the biggest ways that we train and make sure that our people have what they need is through what we call our challenge programs. So we have challenge programs at each career milestone of the organization. These are case-based or case simulated, so it really helps you hands-on learn the different skills that you need to be successful within that level.
And so our second people promise is creating and maintaining a global, collaborative, and diverse workplace. And we do that by putting our strategy of diversity, equality, and inclusion in place. So we do that by broadening our capabilities, by tapping into a variety of experiences that help us best serve our clients and our people. Because as a global organization, we seek to nurture a global and collaborative workforce, and that starts with recruiting top talent. So our diversity, equality, and inclusion strategy is driven through a lot of different avenues, whether that's our relationships with professional associations, our champions network, or our employee network group, which we've listed on this screen above. And so some of our employee network groups is iGrow, so that is the growth and retention of women in the workplace. The second one being Get It, which is gender equality in technology and IT. The third being multicultural, and then Pro Pride, Parents Network, and Veterans Network. And so our employee networks groups, they're designed to attract, develop, and retain our diverse and talented workforce, regardless of race, disability, national origin, religion, veteran status, or any other dimension of diversity. So Liz, do you have any one of these employee networking groups that you're a part of right now?
Yeah, so I've been pretty active in our iGrow group in Houston. We've done a number of different events that allow the women in the office to get together and really network and lean on one another. I'll tell you though, I'm about to be a first-time parent and I'm really nervous about navigating that new chapter of my life. And so I'm really excited about the Parents Network and being able to lean on some of my colleagues that have already taken this journey to help me figure out how to be both Elizabeth the professional and Elizabeth the mom, which will be a new chapter. What about you, Safira? What are you involved in Seattle?
Well, wow, that's so exciting to hear. That's really exciting, and congratulations. So some of the things that I've been involved with here in the Seattle office is I'm actually the office lead for the Multicultural Employee Networking Group. And something that I'm really proud about that we've done this year is set up a panel for our Juneteenth event. So what we did for our Juneteenth event is allowing our Black employees here at Protiviti across all offices here at Protiviti and across all management levels, from consulting all the way to MDs, to speak about their experiences, to talk more about their historical significance of Juneteenth, and to talk about ways that we could be an ally to our Black employees and to other diversity and affinity groups here at Protiviti.
Yeah, I actually attended that panel and it was really impactful. So major kudos to you for helping coordinate. It was really a great event.
Thank you.
So our third promise to our people is meaningful rewards and recognition. We are really proud that we've built a culture of recognition here at Protiviti. And while we recognize one another in a multitude of different ways, we do have a few specific examples that we're sharing here on the screen. Our sabbatical program allows employees to take time away from work so that they can focus on a personal pursuit. I know I have some colleagues that have taken advantage of this to travel and take several months just to see different parts of the world that they haven't seen before or wanted to explore more deeply. Hopefully we'll be past COVID and we can all get back to traveling and seeing the world soon. You know, I've also had colleagues that have taken advantage of this to help volunteer after a natural disaster. So different opportunities to really step away from being a consultant and focus on a different part of our personal lives. We also have our employee referral program. Our people are what makes us great. And so having the ability to refer and bring in top talent within our own personal networks is a great way to continue building a strong workforce. We have different anniversary awards at different career milestones. So as you progress in your career, different awards and recognitions. I know I've been able to take advantage of a few of these and the gifts are pretty great actually. We also have leadership development for our employees, which through our challenge programs, which I mentioned earlier, as well as just different development activities to really build on the skills that make you successful. Town halls are our quarterly gathering. They are normally in person. Today they are virtual, but they allow us just to unplug and get to reconnect. You know, a lot of times we're at client sites or we're off doing different things. And so they bring the office together and really allow us to talk about where we're at and reconnect with one another, which I know is one of my favorite. Town hall are probably one of my favorite events, truthfully. And then our certification program. Protiviti really supports the pursuit of certification and continuing to build your education. There is a financial incentive that if this is something you're interested in doing, but also we have a number of resources that help support this as well. Safira, have you taken advantage of any of these or are you pursuing any type of certification?
Yeah, I'm actually pursuing one certification right now. So it's called the CIA, which is the certification in internal audit. And that's something that I'm pursuing while also volunteering in our local chapter for the CIA internal audit. And so that's something that here at Protiviti that I've gotten a lot of support in volunteering with, and being able to build a good network of professionals in the industry is something that has been super helpful for me so far.
That's awesome. Well, good luck as you're continuing to pursue that.
Thank you. So our fourth people promise is a commitment to our communities. And some of the things that we like to do here at Protiviti is letting people bring their whole self and all of their interests to the workplace. So whether it's volunteering events, diversity initiatives, intramurals, green initiatives, and other activities that are either inside or outside of the Protiviti office, it's something that is highly encouraged at Protiviti. So some of the things that we do as a commitment to our community are civic activities. One of the biggest civic initiatives here at Protiviti is Eye on Hunger, where over the last 10 years, or actually last several years, we've been able to pack, I believe, 10 million meals to those in need. And meal packing is one of those activities during my challenge school. Is something that is so fun, and it's so rewarding to know that we're able to provide these meals to those in need. Another thing that Protiviti does as a commitment to our communities is letting people participate in their cultural events. So Protiviti has a unique day off called Your Day, which is something that a lot of our employees use annually to celebrate, whether it's a volunteering or a religious event or a cultural event, or even their birthday. It's something that I think is unique and something that I've used personally. Another thing that is a commitment to our communities is sports teams. So whether you're an athlete or not, Protiviti has done a really great job in participating in a lot of intramural sports leagues across the US. Another way that we stay committed is participating in environmental and green initiatives. So as we are expanding and growing our offices, as we look into different office locations or different client locations, we always ask, what is the accessibility to public transportation? What are the different programs at the offices that we can help in terms of sustainability? Are there certifications like LEED certifications that we can consider? And another thing that Protiviti does to stay committed to our communities are social events. So quarterly town halls, winter, summer events are some of the things that we host. I know personally, I really love our Thanksgiving town hall, where here at the Seattle office and a lot of different offices, we bring in food that is culturally relevant to us. So not only is it the traditional Thanksgiving food, but it's so fun seeing all the different foods that people bring in that has a lot of meaning to them. And it's something that I always look forward to every year.
Yeah, I love all the different ways that you can plug in and get involved. I know I have played kickball with the Houston office, not well, I'll add. I'm not necessarily a value add on that front, but I definitely enjoy doing it. So it is really cool to see the different ways you can plug in outside of just the work that we're doing for our clients and in the office. Our final promise to our people is an opportunity to have an impact. And so really, I think this is the thing that sometimes differentiates Protiviti, because our employees are encouraged to make an impact on our clients, our company, and in the communities that they operate. All team members, including our interns, they have a voice and the things they say matter, and they're encouraged to do that. We have an impact in a lot of different ways, but one of the biggest ways that we're able to impact our clients is that when we find and report findings, we report those directly to the executive management team. With that, we're also able to then help process improve and be part of the solutions that we're reporting on. So our consultants feel rewarded in that the value that they add during an engagement is they were part of, and they were part of that resulting process. Protiviti's insights into the client's business paired with our collaborative nature of our relationship really creates a unique dynamic, which I think is a real big differentiator from us in comparison to, say, an external audit experience. And I think it's one of the biggest reasons that individuals choose and continue to stay at Protiviti, because they love that they have the opportunity to have an impact.
Yes, and so Protiviti is a great place to work. So whether we're talking about the work that we do, the career that we're building, or the culture of Protiviti, we recognize that all of that as being something very special. And so Protiviti is a great place to work because we compete for top talent with companies that are larger in size and scope, and many of those have been around for decades. And as someone who was in your shoes before, being in college and deciding the different types of places that I could work for, some of the things that really drew me towards Protiviti is the culture. So time and time again, I hear from my colleagues and also across college campuses that the main draw with Protiviti is our people. Our culture is very focused on teamwork, collaboration, collective focus on quality. And so I also love that we maintain a sense of humor during all of our client engagements and just taking a time to enjoy the time that we spend together during all of our projects. Another thing that makes Protiviti a really great place to work for is the ability to learn from the best. So what I think is really unique about Protiviti is it's a young company, it has an entrepreneurial spirit, and also we hire from a mix of people, whether that are college, coming in from college, or whether they coming in from several years of experience, whether that's 15, 20, or even 30 years of experience. So what that brings is that it allows a lot of our entry-level consultants to learn from these highly experienced professionals and to allow for that knowledge transfer to happen. And at the same time, being able to network with people who have tons of experience beforehand is something that is super helpful to me and to a lot of my colleagues here at Protiviti. Another thing that I really love about Protiviti is the variety of work that I've been able to participate in. So Protiviti, as a consultant, you're not isolated by geography. You are placed into projects by areas of focus, and you could be staffed to project work that could be, anywhere across the country in any different solutions or industries. Anything that matches your general interest and your general skill set is something that I think Protiviti does a great job in. Another thing that makes Protiviti a great place to work is also the level of responsibility that I think is given to a lot of consultants early on in their career. So that is connected to how Protiviti is a smaller and more entrepreneurial kind of consulting company. So because we're working in smaller groups and projects, we have a lot more responsibility given to our consultants. So they get to learn skills such as management, leadership, organization, something that I think that they get to learn earlier on in their career if they choose to join Protiviti versus other clients that may have bigger teams to work with. Another thing that I really like about Protiviti is the work-life balance. So that's something that can be difficult in the consulting lifestyle, but Protiviti does a really great job of making sure that we achieve a work-life balance by giving really good paid time off, flexible work arrangements, there's sabbatical programs, and also providing our consultants with technology that makes sure that they're mobile and that they can work from anywhere at any location that they can. And so I think all in all, Protiviti really strives for this work hard, play hard attitude that really drew me into choosing Protiviti versus some of the other choices during my college year.
I love that. That was a great wrap up for this this presentation. So thank you for that, Spira. At this point, I do want to go ahead and open it up for some Q&A and see what kind of questions we've got from our folks on the line. So I am just pulling up those questions here on the screen. And it looks like we do have a question. Spira, this first one might actually be a great one for you. So I'm going to ask you this first one. The question is then, what has been one of your favorite client experiences?
Great, that's a great question. So some of my favorite client experiences was a client that I was first placed into Protiviti. So they were a cloud and data storage company. And one of the things that was really exciting is that they were rebuilding their internal audit program. And so being able to work closely with the VP of an internal audit and also people from different management levels, even being able to work with people on the CEO, C-suite level, and working with people across the country. So being able to learn to manage all those different relationships while also going into a industry that I learned a lot and learned a lot of different of their processes is something that I really enjoyed. And of course, being able to work with my team over there at Protiviti and also working with other clients is something that I've always enjoyed at Protiviti and makes it one of my favorite experiences. And actually,
I love that. That sounds like a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, it really was. It's something that makes me really understand this is consulting, and it's something that I really value, being able to be put onto that very early on in my career. Yeah. Actually, Liz, I think we're getting another question talking more about the recruiting and hiring timeline. Is that something that you're able to talk a little bit more of?
Absolutely. So I would say we are actively recruiting right now for all open positions. I would encourage anybody interested in being considered for a position at Protiviti to really apply through our website, protiviti.com/careers. In terms of timeline, that does look a little different from market to market. We tend to follow the timeline associated with some of the different colleges in that general region. So some offices are hosting interviews right now, some are in the next few weeks, but I would definitely go ahead and apply. As part of that interview process, you may connect with a campus recruiter through a virtual event. So that could be a presentation to your student org, that could be a career fair through your college, or they may reach out to you directly to schedule just an introductory phone call and get to know you a little bit and chat a bit more. So you'll make a connection with Protiviti through one of the different forums. Our formal interview process includes a behavioral interview, which I'm sure a number of you on the line have experienced. That tends to be situational based on experiences that you've had. We also do a case interview, which is a case simulated meant to align with the work that we do at Protiviti, which helps you get a sense of what we do here. You get a piece of the case the day before, and then you get a little bit more information during the interview. So those are really the two main parts of the interview process. That's the different things that you can expect in terms of the timeline there. It looks like I just also saw a question come through around onboarding for recent grads. So Safira, I don't mind taking this one. Onboarding, so as part of our challenge schools, like I mentioned, you'll attend that challenge school. The first few days of that challenge program are called Passport to Protiviti, and that is our formal onboarding. It gets you plugged in and associated with Protiviti. We go over some of the different values, the things that make us who we are, but we also go through some of the logistical items such as the technology we use to operate, the different platforms, really that training that you're gonna need. So the first few days of your challenge program or that Passport to Protiviti, the remaining time is that challenge school, and that is how you start your experience. So both the consultant and career level, your first week is at that challenge program.
Yeah, and I also would love to ask more about the onboarding questions. So when you start at Protiviti, you're given several advisors that you can reach out to. So some of the advisors are peer advisors. So it is typically consultants or senior consultants that you can reach out to and asking maybe more about like the day-to-day questions, like, you know, how do I print something? You know, where can I do to where can I go to find this code that I could charge my time to? Where can I find X, Y, and Z? So being able to have that type of connection where you can ask maybe those simple day-to-day questions is something that's really helpful as you're starting your career here at Protiviti. And another type of advisor that I have found very helpful are career advisors. So that's someone that is working with you while you're working at Protiviti to talk more about your career goals, you know, the types of projects or industries that you're interested in. And so they're almost like they're your personal champion of making sure that you can get the projects that you're interested in, working at the clients that you would like to work with. And so that's something that sticks with you as you start and into your career at Protiviti too.
Love that. Well, I know we're getting close to time here. So, Safira, I didn't even tell you I was going to do this, so I'm going to put you on the spot, but I'd love to wrap up this presentation and ask if you have any advice as a consultant and as somebody that was just going through this process a couple years ago, any advice you'd like to give to those on the line as they're navigating interviewing for internships, full-time opportunities, maybe even some younger folks that are starting to this for the very first time. What words of wisdom would you like to share?
Yeah, I think some words of wisdom that I would like to share is really looking to see how your connection with the people that you're interviewing with was super important to me and something that stood out to me a lot when I was interviewing with Protiviti. I found that the people that I was interviewing with at Protiviti, not only did I find that I was getting along with them, but they were also, you know, getting along with me. And that's something that I think is really important. People at Protiviti really stood out, and I felt that we were very genuine. I love their sense of humor. I love their work hard, play hard attitude. And so that's something that I really looked for. And another big thing that is super important to me as I was going through college recruiting, it was also learning the work-life balance. I was interested in an interesting industry like consulting because it is challenging. It does allow you to grow a lot very quickly. But I also wanted to make sure that there was time for my work-life balance to come into play. And so Protiviti does offer a lot of those arrangements, and a lot of those really cool arrangements like the sabbatical program that I know that some of my colleagues have taken already. And so things such as that, which is knowing what it is that you want out of your workplace, whether it's being challenged to grow, whether it is getting a work-life balance that works well for you. Those are a lot of things that I kept in mind personally for myself.
That's great advice. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining this call. I hope that you were able to learn a bit more about Protiviti. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out to your local campus recruiter or myself or Safira. We'd be happy to answer any additional questions. Otherwise, have a great afternoon, and we look forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye.
Have a great afternoon. Bye.